Alright, Gemini, let's go ahead and take a look. We have here the Five of Swords, the Ace of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and the Hermit. And we'll continue the reading and clarify some of the messages as well. So, Five of Swords as your first card out. Perhaps you're moving through some difficult times, right? Five of Swords is the energy of a little bit of stress and uneasiness around what is happening. Have to do with your love life. The other aspect can be to do with the Seven of Pentacles, so related to work. Okay, I feel like these cards already clarified the Five of Swords. And so, having said that, what I'm getting here is that there is a tug of war, Gemini, and also have to do with Venus, which is about to go retrograde in your sign. And also it's a season of eclipses. It's about to begin. And so that can bring in some confounding energy, as well as, you know, something that's causing stress. And so having said that, the time when Venus in Gemini squares Neptune in Pisces. And so that begins the point in time where there might be a sense of insecurity, there might be a sense of disillusionment, specifically in the area of love and romance. And Seven of Pentacles appears as though, if this is, you know, relating to you as something to do with your love life, then there is something that you're going to have an opportunity to work on and grow from. Okay, others of you just might find that time where you're just focusing more on work or trying to do something, you know, staying busy, because that tug of war is just not serving you, or at least it feels like it's not serving you, although this is something that you really just have to address because you're being asked to address this. We have the High Priestess and the Hermit showing up in your reading, which means pay attention, I would say, also to the moon. Okay, Gemini, we have a full moon in Scorpio on the Mace. Perhaps that's a time when I would say you can use that to let go and release things, because when the High Priestess shows up like this in your reading, and we'll pull more cards, by the way, we're going to move forward. I feel like this is the initial energy might bring for some of you, not all. But when the High Priestess comes out like this, it's really just asking you to, see, the High Priestess is guarding the gates. And she is someone who represents wisdom and knowledge, and it takes intuition to be able to move past this gate and move forward. It might be a time where you're being asked to make a major decision, but yes, you are definitely being asked to use your intuition. If you don't know who to seek guidance from, it might be someone who is older than you, or at least they're filled with more wisdom. Because they've seen life differently than yourself. So not necessarily more wisdom, but it's different. It's different than what you know. And so to be listening to them or seeking their advice might actually be really helpful. Okay, so it's a different form of wisdom than what you already have. On the other hand, this might also be, hey, you know, it's time to tap into your inner self, because you do have all the answers you seek, especially in regards to how to move forward. The other thing I was about to say, because I did say pay attention to the moon, is we also will have a new moon in your sign, Gemini. And that will come up 2 degrees of your sign, actually. And at the same time, we're going to have Mercury and Venus in conjunction in your sign, Sun in your sign, trining with Saturn in Aquarius, and Mercury in your sign again, squaring with Neptune in Pisces. So there's a lot happening in your sign. So I can see why this is a very essential time to be focusing on, you know, that this is happening. The High Priestess asking you to perhaps jump. This is like a spiritual leap. You can say like a quantum leap. Going into the next dimension, experiencing your higher self, your new self, a new version. But a lot of this will also be coming from within, like it's a spiritual journey. When the Hermit comes up in the reading, it's also asking you to seek your own company and your own counsel to move forward and make any major decisions. The Wheel of Fortune, but it came out reversed, Gemini. Tables are turning. Tables are turning. It's gonna feel like a tug of war. It's going to be very different than what you're used to. midway through the month, I feel like the table will definitely be turning. Not have complete control of Gemini. The sooner you can accept that, the better it will be for you. Okay? Just address the situation, know what you have to know. You can use the information moving forward in the future. Okay? Better times will come as soon as I think the sun moves into your energy and your Virgo. Virgo is an earth sign. If it's not a Virgo you're dealing with, could be a Capricorn or a Taurus. If that's the case, they might be making some sort of a decision and then just kind of telling you like, hey, this is it, this is what I think, or this is what I'm gonna do. And it's just something like perhaps going into your season, and it might be stemming from that earth sign. Okay, let's clarify this. Yeah, they might tell you something which is just going to be confusing or just something you don't expect. 3 of Cups, and we have 8 of Swords. This might be a third party situation. Someone else might be involved in this, and that's gonna cause a bit more, you know, stress and anxiety. It's going to be a whirlwind of emotions, and especially mentally, right? You're an air sign, so it's not as much emotion as it is mentally frustrating. And so that is the overall energy, Gemini. Things can be different. It's about focusing yourself, right? But I do have to bring this to an end. Let's take a look at what's under the deck here for you. Ace of Swords, nice, okay. So you can turn things around, okay? A part of you will have to seek counsel from someone else. The other part will be you looking at yourself for answers. What else do we have here? Ace of Swords, Queen of Wands. If you have a fire sign in your life, they might provide some sort of a relief, perhaps, or clarity. Fire sign being Sagittarius, Aries, Leo. If it's not, it could just be someone who's just in love with life. They're passionate, they're usually very optimistic, and so they can provide a little bit of extra faith that you might want to hold on to, especially if it's a difficult time and you're having to make a decision. Know that there is karmic energy at play, and so the right thing will be done, whatever the right is. Okay? All right, that brings this reading to an end, Gemini. Let's go ahead and throw in affirmations for you. We have the Magical Times Empowerment cards by Jody Bergsma. And let's see, this is, ooh, it's ready. This is for the month of, and we have here confidence. That's interesting. I feel like with Gemini, like, you don't always need confidence. You already have it. It's built in. But I think maybe this came out given the situation that's present. Now, confidence, it's also appealing, you know, the colors that are here. It's a copper tone, so it makes me think of orange and yellow. But at the same time, also red. So for those of you who know about chakras, I would encourage you to focus on the bottom 3. Starting with the root chakra, going into sacral, and then to your solar plexus. Okay, so it's red, orange, yellow. The root chakra is normally, it's related to your fears and worries. It has an aspect of confidence attached to it, as do the other 2. So all of these are important for you. If you require healing or cleansing, I also offer chakra healing and cleansing services. So I'm pretty sure it should be on my website. If it's not, just email me and I'm more than happy to give you more information. But so root chakra, also known as Muladhara, it's basically at the end of your spinal cord. Okay, and it deals with survival. It's blocked by fear, as it says, and so confidence can be gained if you heal this area for yourself. Sacral chakra, so both of these, if affected, you can have lower back pain, and if it's really being heightened, that's kind of when you know, like, okay, this area of my life needs attention. Can also be related to finances, by the way. Okay, sacral chakra, that's Swadhisthana. That is located at your tailbone, near the pubic bone, deals with pleasure, and is blocked by guilt. But I feel like for you, it's kind of going to be all 3, okay? We also have fire, it says here, but it's actually your solar plexus, Manipur. It's located just below the rib cage, deals with willpower, blocked by shame. That's basically where your self-confidence kind of kicks in from. And so the more you focus on that area as you meditate, for example, it can really help strengthen it for you, okay? So I also offer other energy healing as well, if that's of interest to you. But let's move forward. You can always email me if you have questions, okay? Let's move forward with your affirmations. Confidence. It says here, be bold, rise up and stand tall, feel the fire in your soul. Okay. Today, I will connect with my inner power and be bold. I will rise up and know my worth. I banish all uncertainty and remember with pride my accomplishments. I will let no one diminish me. I embrace the strong, beautiful presence that I am, and I will go forth with courage. And that brings an end to your reading, Gemini. I hope this has helped in one way or another. If you need more clarification, you can just, reach out to me. I can do a personal reading for you. I'm not offering any Skype or phone services. I just want to be fair to everyone, and I can't do midnight readings and stuff like that. I am offering guidance to everyone across the globe. And I hope everyone's staying safe during this time. And again, I'm more than happy to help tap into any answers that you're seeking for. All right, thank you so much. Take care, and I will see you next month or in your personal reading.